Okay, it's been a minute, and just when you think that you've seen it all, honest opinion, I thought I have seen it all, from people cussing each other out, yelling at each other, throwing so much hateful words towards each other. Now, I have literally not seen so much negative energy in my entire life until I stumbled on this app that I will introduce you to in a minute. Now, aside all the hate and negative energy, streamers are still cashing out every single month on this app. But before we get into how you can also capitalize and make money on the app, let's be honest, this is why you clicked on the video. You also need to know why, in my opinion, this is the world's most toxic app. Watch this.
Man, you did all this. Hey, big
Now, I will let you listen and watch the entire video towards the end, but what surprised me the most about the app is the extent people can go if they are motivated enough.
Get in there. That nigga ain't. Get in there. Get in there. Got a lot down. There you go. They got a whole video in 43 seconds. Get in there. What you talking about? I'm gonna keep hiding. What you thought? Ain't even doing that. Y'all follow my nigga Jason, your ASAP. What you thought? On guard though. Follow bro. Come on, Johnny. Now get in there. Get in there. Get in there.
Now, what you saw were people who met on the app for some reason ended up in an argument which has escalated to the level that they felt the need to meet each other in public and fight. Violence for them was the only resolution to whatever issues they were having on the app. Now, personally, I have experienced firsthand the nature of people who have no ability to control their emotions, which obviously leads to toxic patterns. Now, I mean, I get the aspect where these patterns typically always leads to physical violence and abuse, which are almost always the consequences of one's actions when people lack any sense of self-control, right? Now, we will get to know how I made $500 on the app and how you can make more, but there are things you need to know about the app. All right, so let's get into it. So the app has three kinds of users. There are the hosts, there are the agents, and there are the gifters. There is a fourth category of users, but I will consider that category insignificant in this case because they are neither here nor there. You can just call them viewers, all right? Now, the agent is responsible for finding streamers or hosts for the platform. This cuts the workload, on the app significantly to spend huge expenditure, or money to advertise itself. That, to me, is smart. Now, the app pays the agent a little commission when streamers stream on the app. Now, I am an agent on the app. I have 10 hosts on the app who stream, and this is how I earn a little commission on the app. Okay, so the host is the highest earner on the app, earning between $50 a month to as high as $10,000, depending on how much support the host gets while streaming in the course of the month. Now, apart from the support that, you receive from gifters that love your company and what you do, as a host on the application, the app itself pays you a monthly salary, making your income double as a host each month. That is crazy, right? Due to this reason, hosts and certain agents will do whatever it takes, anything, and I mean anything, for the gifts. And that is why the application, in my opinion, has turned out to become so toxic. The gifters buy diamonds on the application to support hosts. Due to that reason, gifters are the most sought after or the most relevant part of the application. Hosts would use all forms of manipulative tactics to get gifters to spend money on the app. Rightfully so, so I understand the hassle, but the app, which was meant for hosts to entertain their viewers and get supported, has gradually shifted towards a breed of extortion for ladies and some men to take advantage of gifters on the app. Now, there are hosts who do absolutely nothing, open audio lines and solicit, if I dare say, right, demand for gifters to support them. The manipulation is done by, playing on the ego of unsuspecting men to prove themselves to beautiful women on the platform that they are wealthy or have money to spend. Due to this reason, games called Player Kill, or if you like PK, is a battle between gifters who buy gifts with money to play these battles against other gifters who are usually men. Of which, the thing is, the only beneficiaries, if you look at it closely, in this particular case, is sadly the host. And I think the biggest beneficiary in this case is the application and the agents. Now, there are agents who strategically use this feature, targeting, gifters, provoking their ego into these so-called battles. But fun fact is that whether the, gifter wins or loses a PK, they still lose money. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying PKs cannot be fun, but it is, the deliberate emotional blackmail, you know what I'm saying, by hosts and agents claiming if you don't recharge or gift, you will lose the PK, and that becomes the issue. Now, I've tried my best to help reduce this school of thoughts of exploiting gifters through PK battles, which has significantly, helped especially in the Ghanaian region. I'm an agent, but I do not condone or support this kind of behavior. So one of the things that I realize is that it is the fear of losing status that becomes an issue here, because gifters feel they must, spend to maintain their spot or their relevance. Some of them end up spending their entire salary. They spend money such as insurances, living expenses, and monies that should go into investments to secure their future on, these applications. Like, it's funny because I am an agent on the application. I advise some of the gifters that come on my live streams to be careful and spend, I think, quote unquote, responsibly. And, of course, I have had some backlash from the community of manipulative, agents and hosts, but come on, they aren't, stronger than me. Always look out to do the right thing. So that's okay. For people like myself, doing the right thing, no matter the cost, is the purpose of why the universe brought some of us here. And now I'm starting to think that is probably why I ended up, on these applications in the first place, to help change that narrative, right? Okay, so you agree with me that gifting is supposed to be voluntary, right? You spend gifts because you like a host, you enjoy the entertainment, you enjoy the company, and perhaps you want a little recognition. That's okay. This is how the app makes money. More apps like TikTok and all these, social media apps make money from that. But I've seen too many gifters get better along the journey when they can't gift anymore because they run out of money. They are ridiculed. People laugh at them, claiming they are broke. And the sad part of it all, these people say it openly, both the agents and the hosts. They say if a gifter goes broke, we move on to the next. I mean, it's funny to me. It's funny. And when you be to be honest, like I don't get it. Think about it. Gifting is not a free choice anymore, right? It is now pressure to keep giving until you have nothing left to give. See, if you have spent enough to get noticed on the app, you will feel trapped as a gifter because the only, valuable thing about you at the end of the day is what you have to offer. And that is dangerous. No one should feel or live that way, right? When, a person's self-worth is linked to what they must offer when people dig into their pockets. See, the interesting thing is that gifting on live streaming apps should be fun and voluntary. And the moment hosts and agents use guilt, they use shame, right? They use fear to keep the money flowing. Just know that you are being extorted, and the relationship that you have with these individuals isn't real. And if nobody talks about it, the cycle just keeps going. See, apps like Bigo is like a street. In order to toughen up, you must go through the drill, right? And the mill. Come out with bruises. Only then will you learn to be street smart. See, let's be honest, regardless of the advice that I give to gifters who are addicted and exploited on some of these platforms, they will still give everything they have due to the fact that these systems run on showing off, right? And as long as giving is the means to show off, it is never sustainable. A person's way out is when you have nothing left to give. Now, see, that notwithstanding, a person's relationship with money is as important as our relationship with everything around us. Now, I guess that is why, usually people who make money through unscrupulous or dishonest means usually spend it the same way and in the end lose everything. One thing that I've realized is that one must have a high level of respect for money if they want to keep attracting it into their lives. Now, if you go into the Hindu religion, the goddess of money, right, or wealth, Lakshmi, is highly respected, so much so that if you find money lying on the ground, you pick it up, touch it, on your forehead and give it out to someone who needs it more than you in case you don't need the money. You see, this ritual of touching money on your forehead every single time you find it is a sign that shows respect for money, right? That you are a magnet for money, and so you don't neglect money. Assuming you have money and you appear to someone who shows no gratitude to you or totally neglects you, will you keep showing up in that person's life? Tell me if your answer is yes or no. The answer will be no, right? At the end of the video, I will give you a simple mantra, how you proving to attract money. So keep watching. Now, it is my prayer that everyone that gives abundantly should be blessed abundantly. God doesn't see what we give. God sees what we hold back. So let's have a healthy relationship with money so we can, receive more in order to give more. One thing is that it is only with such respect and reverence for money can you give back to attract abundance. Otherwise, if it is just for showing off, that level of disrespect for money at the long run will bring you back to where you originally started, right? From zero. So, apart from all the things I've learned in the underworld, so I call the live streaming app an underworld because it is a bit toxic. But underworld also means the inner work we all need to work on that never comes to light or we are not aware of. The stress, I'm talking about the trauma, right? That we all carry in our lives, sometimes from our past lives that we are not aware of, can also be presented to us so we can work on it. So what I mean is that apart from the fact that people are fighting each other and always at each other's neck, it also gives these people a chance to reflect on their decisions, because these applications will not totally break you into pieces first, all right? It will then give you an opportunity to put yourself together in order to be stronger, right? A demolished building reconstructed is extremely stronger against the harsh conditions of nature. Pay attention to this, because one thing that I learned in the underworld is that the darkness should not always be seen as a problem that needs to be fixed, because one can find divinity within the darkness. Now, we can only appreciate light when there is the presence of darkness. You can only appreciate a good movie only when there are things like plots, there are things like twists, right? There are things like obstacles, which at the end of the day will reveal the bigger picture. I think I just summarized the entirety of life itself. If you didn't get that, replay it. All right, replay. See, it is like, an example would be like, going to the gym, right? Without the weights, you won't be able to lose weight or build any muscle, isn't it? So there must be that obstacle, all right, in order for there to be great success. Everything in this life is interconnected. The flow of energy, both positive and negative, all align significantly to create this experience of life to our benefit. Let me tell you the greatest lesson the universe taught me in the underworld. We claim that we hate toxic people, right? We hate negative people, but people who seek to cause us pain are also going through issues, right? Now, in doing so, we also cast them off, right? I did that on the app. I blocked so many people because I wanted to protect myself, but the big question here is, how do we feel about these so-called, quote-unquote, negative people? If our answer is that they cause us to feel angry or pain or upset, even give us, a sense of hatred, then we have a lot to work on, because the universe in itself is love. No matter what people, do to us, we must find, peace in the storm, and we must find a way to forgive. Even so, we must feel sorry for people who have hate and envy in their hearts, because they are also dealing with so much trauma through, experiences and past experiences. This has made them into who they are. So we must rise above the darkness in order to find light. Now, I don't know how I missed that, to be honest with you. And it was only in the darkness that I could comprehend this. It's fascinating. This is called unconditional love, in a world that loves based on conditions, right? Now, I found strength in the darkness, and every day I learn new things. I learn new things about people, how we think, about cultures, and I do all this from a place where I don't have to shut them out or shut people out completely. It's a beautiful thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I do protect myself, but not from a place of hate. Now, if you are confident, you have a phone, you live in Ghana, most of my hosts on the application will stream cash out between $200 and $500 each month. Now, apart from the app being toxic because of some users, the application is designed for hosts to showcase their talents and meet new people while live. And all you need is your phone and data to start, live streaming. Now, I am an agent on the application. In order for you to earn income on the app, you need to join an agency. So feel free to send me a DM, and you too can start earning monthly income on the app. Now, my name is Your Heritage. Stay safe, stay true. Remember to always keep a clear mind, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, I almost forgot, right? I promised to give you the mantra to attract money. Now, if you have any pen, paper, whatever the case may be, or on your phone, write it down and recite this 30 minutes before you get out of bed and 30 minutes before you go to bed. Now, the mantra goes like, money comes to me freely and abundantly. I see money everywhere. I am a magnet for money, and I manifest money. Now, before I go, I feel like I need you to hear this. Find peace within yourself. Be who you are, truly who you are, without modifying yourself to suit other people. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.